What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is my review for the TV series Louie. Louie is a TV show that aired from 2010 to 2015. It was 5 seasons long for a grand total of 61 episodes. And for those of you who don't know, this follows the life of Louis C.K., a divorced dad who has 2 kids living in New York City, who is a comedian and is basically trying to make ends meet. This is a show that I heard about for quite some time, and one of my friends, Mike Townsend, shout out to you, recommended the show to me several times, and finally I decided to check it out because he's recommended to me many other shows in the past that I've liked, such as Nathan For You, Rehearsal, other shows like that. Even, honestly, he's the one that made me come across Tim Robinson. So, again, he knows my taste in comedy, and Louis C.K. is someone that I think I first came across in the film American Hustle in 2013. And I'd seen him in things here and there, but he wasn't really a comedian where I was like, oh my goodness, he's hilarious. And so I was very curious to go into the show and see what it was going to be like. And I have to say, I didn't find the show to be laugh out loud funny, but I definitely appreciated it from a filmmaking standpoint. There's a lot of surreal imagery that's in this show, which I was kind of surprised by, but I thought that it was quite effective. And it's kind of fitting because there is a cameo by David Lynch, who is the king of surrealism, RIP to him. So it was very interesting to see that there was surrealism in this comedy show, but it worked quite a bit. I also liked the usage of camera work. I thought that the fly-on-the-wall approach worked quite a bit. The performances are good. A lot of actors are actually playing themselves. Jerry Seinfeld's in this, among other comedians. So I like that. I think that it was very interesting because it really added to the whole rapport of, all of these individuals coming together that are, pretty much in a brotherhood, which is what comedy is. So, is the comedy laugh out loud funny? No. Were there times that I chuckled? Absolutely. Although there was one scene that I did laugh out loud, and that was in season 1, the plane episode. You'll know what I'm talking about when you've seen the show. But this is a show that was very hard to find in terms of streaming. And it's because, of course, Louis C.K. was canceled. And the thing is, I always say, separate the art from the artist, and that's one of the reasons why I'm able to review this show, no problem, because I'm able to do that. But I will say, this is also a reason why I love physical media, as you can see, because I was able to borrow the DVDs from my local library, no problem, for free. So again, physical media will always rule, and at the end of the day, that is what will, have things last throughout time. And I will say, this is definitely a time capsule show. There are some things I don't think have aged well. Like, there are quite a bit of masturbation jokes, and you, of course, know about Louis C.K. and with what came out in terms of how he treated women. So to have those jokes kind of now, 10 years later, come up, and you just hear it, it's like, oh, this is kind of bad taste. So there are those elements, just giving you guys a forewarning if you haven't seen the show. But overall, it is a solid show. I will say the finale I wasn't a big fan of. I do think that it was quite underwhelming and just wasn't satisfying in the least. But this is definitely a competent show. It's one of those shows where it is pretty consistent, and I can definitely see why it's on IMDb's top 250. Is it one of my favorite comedy shows? No. But I do respect it quite a bit, and I would definitely say it's worth a watch if you were able to separate the art from the artist. If you're not, I would say skip it, but I would definitely say that it is a solid comedy show, and that's why for me, Louie, I'll personally be giving a... Yeah, guys, that is my quick thoughts on the TV show Louie. Again, I think as of filming this video, which is June 21st of 2025, I think it's on some random streaming services now, but it's one of those, again, it's one of those shows because of Louis C.K. that a lot of streaming services just don't want to have anything to do with it. But again, it is on DVD. All 5 seasons are on DVD, so if you have a library near you, I'm sure that they will have it, and you can borrow them and check it out for free. So worth a watch, especially if you want to see a slice of life comedian, basically, and the ins and outs of what he's going through. So I think that approach was interesting. I think from a story perspective, it was interesting. Kind of repetitive in some instances, but overall, solid show. So, guys, Louie, did you like it? Did you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which was your favorite season? Very curious to hear you guys' thoughts. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Letterboxd, Patreon, subscription, notification bell, and I will catch you guys later.